Coming to you straight from the Rio Grande and beyond. Broadcasting to the four corners of the globe. So grab your seat, your coffee, or your sundowner.
Okay, everybody, here we go.
On point, as always. This is Gloves Off. Gloves Off. Gloves Off is always on point. On point. Bringing you the best on current issues, community affairs, and the happenings around us. This segment of Gloves Off is brought to you by the best, so pay them a visit. Check them out. This is Gloves Off.
Catcher and Gloves Off, and today I have a great friend of mine, Juan El Huayno Mata. How are you doing good?
I'm doing good, yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah.
He's a local boxer from Laredo, has been around for a very long time, and we're just going to talk about boxing in general, what's going on and everything.
Well, everything's getting better in boxing, and there's more fights here in Laredo, more promotion, and more coaches, more gyms than when I was in boxing. There's a lot more gyms now, and everything's better in Laredo now.
You're absolutely correct, because before it was just one boxing club, which was the Laredo Boxing Club for the longest time. And there were other people that would out there and teach, you remember that? And kind of in the 80s, everybody kind of came out of there, you know?
That's what it is.
And, but now you have several that are coming of age.
Yeah.
And we had just a tournament recently, we had that tough man, right?
Yeah.
The tough Texan.
Tough Texan, then we had the Junior Olympics,
Right.
That's like 2 weeks ago.
And how was that? Did we get a lot of people?
Yeah, there was a lot of people that attended. Yeah, it was a full house when I went, and there was all the boxing clubs from here attended, and a lot of them won. And there's people that have advanced. They'll be fighting here the state tournament. The state tournament for the Junior Olympics is going to be here at the Recreation Center on Clark Street. I think it's going to be in June, the first week of June, I think. Yeah.
Really? Okay. So the state's going to be
The
here.
state's going to be here, the state tournament.
That's
And
awesome.
everybody, whoever wins, whoever goes to the finals and wins, gets to go to the national level in Madison, Wisconsin.
That's good. That's good because that USA Boxing has been around for a very long time, and USA Boxing is probably one of the safest sports to organization someone can get into. And you were in it, I was in it, very many others were in it, and there was a time frame that it was kind of dead here, and we tried picking it back up in 2000, which we did, and kind of died back out. And I remember Sheriff Rick Flores, come out and say, Paul, can you help us out with the boxing? And I go, listen, I don't want to do anything with amateur right now. I'm so busy, but I'll donate 2 rings for you. And those are the rings that the Webb County Sheriff has, which are excellent, because now you can see that planting that seed has taken faith,
Yeah.
Tell us about boxing in general. Who's your favorite boxer right now?
Well, my favorite boxer, I ain't have one right now.
No?
No,
Why?
I don't know. There's a lot of guys, that are good, but.
How about Canelo? What do you think of the Canelo fight?
Canelo, I don't know, man. Canelo's something else. I mean, I don't know. He's something else. I mean, there's too much controversy on the fights, so I don't want to talk about it.
I saw the fight, Canelo, and I think they were both good champions. But to me, I think Jacobs won.
All right.
I just think, but boxing, that's the way it is.
I just saw some rounds on and off because we were at the Mandy fight, and I just got to see, I didn't see the full fight. I just saw like 2-3 rounds of the fight, and it didn't look good. People were saying that it was boring. I don't know if it was true. That's why I didn't pay attention to it. Maybe because
it was okay. It was not boring, but it was okay. It was not Canelo that you used to see.
Uh-huh.
But tell us about Mandy. Mandy's a up and coming female boxer from Laredo.
She's a very good fighter because she's a dedicated girl. I've seen her train. I've seen her everything. I mean, she's all you can ask of a boxer. She's a very dedicated girl. And I admire that girl because all her heart is into boxing.
Of course,
that's the kind of people that you want to be around. But she has had bad, you can say bad luck. But she's doing well. I thought she won the fight, but
You see, what I tell people is this, everybody wants to make sure that they're favorites on the seat, but the judges are the ones that are in there. I was a pro judge. I'm an amateur judge. I was a pro judge. I was never a pro referee. I was a pro judge, and I was a pro official for many years. And sometimes it's very hard to box. I mean, to see the boxer in there, and you'll give one a little bit more, whether for aggression or for a little bit more attitude or for better technique or through more or defend it more, and that's what, opinions vary. That's why you have four of them in pro, right? And but I've seen that some of her fights, she should have won. But again, we're not the ones that are up there in the ring. I wish her the best, and she's a dedicated individual.
Yeah, that's why I admire her, and I don't know why the judges don't favor her, because I've seen the fights, and I would be the first one to tell you, she lost, but she won the fight. I seen her, and I would tell you straight up, she lost, but no, she won. No. She won the fight, but it was up to the judges, can't say nothing about it.
And sometimes we need to come into the drawing board and come back and start training and start looking and sit back and look at it another angle. You know what? These are the fights, and this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing right. This is what I'm doing wrong. There's more heads. You're there. You're an excellent boxer. You got Gato there. That's another one in there. Maybe it's time to bring in somebody else and say, what do you see that we're not seeing? And you know what I'm saying? Because we love, and sometimes many of us as coaches would say, no, vamos a seguirle así. Pero we have to step back and say, ¿sabes qué? What's going on? Because we all know, but there's something that's, because, she's an excellent girl. Not only is she a great person, she's a good boxer.
Yeah. Plus, she's a dedicated boxer, and, sooner or later she's going to get a title.
Eventually.
Yeah, sooner or later she's going to get a title. And
Eventually.
She just has to keep on going and don't give up, and she's gonna get there.
She'll get there. Yeah. Now with a lot of things that we see here, we have a lot of good boxers. We have a lot of good stables.
Yeah.
Like you got the Games; they're doing very well.
Yeah.
What other clubs here have you seen picked
There's
up?
Davalos.
Davalos is doing good.
Baby Joey's.
Yes.
There's Pal. There's Pride.
Pride is doing pretty good as well with Avella.
Yeah.
He's doing good,
Yeah.
and I'm happy to see that, because before you wouldn't see that.
Yeah, you wouldn't see that. No.
And now they're working together.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was a time frame there that nobody wanted to work with anybody.
That's right. That's why there was only one club, and now you see too many clubs everywhere, all around town, which is better. It's better for the sport, better for Laredo, better for the kids, and I see that if you can, Laredo's gonna be heard all around, all around the USA, So.
Well, Laredo's always been hurt.
Yeah.
We've had several world champions here.
Yeah.
The first one was a Battling Shaw, way back in the 50s.
Yeah, Battling Shaw.
Battling Shaw, and that's who created the gancho. A lot of people don't give him credit, but that's where the gancho comes from.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had the two brother Canizales.
Yeah.
And of course you had Hector Ferrero,
Yeah.
you know, and he did great for what he did, you know, and so Laredo's always been up there in boxing.
Yeah.
He's always had great boxing. You know, had a lot of great boxers in the 60s and 70s and of course in the 80s. This area of South Texas, you know, Baby Red Palacios, we cannot forget Baby Red, you know, and you and everybody else that were amateurs, you know, that were up there doing it. And for a while it just got low, but now I think the energy is coming up.
Yeah, it's very picked up. You know, you got to bring it. It's going to come up. Well, right now it's at a high level. It's going to get better.
I hope.
Yeah, so
I hope.
So everything's okay. You know. It's good.
So what's your next steps? What do you think now?
Oh, man, just I'm gonna start training again, and I don't know. Just gonna wait. I don't know for Gato to get her some fights. I don't know. She's got some fight plan on, and I don't get too much into that. You know, Gato's the one that trains her and everything. You know.
Sure.
You know, I don't get there because it's her. You know.
Right.
I don't get. He's the one that takes care of her.
Sure.
So I don't know. They haven't said anything about it, but she'll be fighting. I think there's going to be a fighting card, I think, in August at the arena.
Okay.
And I think they're going to put her there. She's going to fight. But if a fight comes out before that, I think she'll take it. But if it's in San Antonio, she don't want to fight in San Antonio no more. There's too much, controversy over there. You know, and she already said she don't want to fight in San Antonio.
Okay.
So if a fight comes out, it has to be somewhere else, Corpus Houston, somewhere else. But San Antonio, she ain't fighting in San Antonio no more.
Because everything happened in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, San Antonio's always had that.
Uh-huh. So,
And you had some good boxers coming out of San Antonio. You had the Ayalas coming out of San Antonio.
yeah.
You had
Rangel, Pekin Quiroz, you had Raymond Medel, all those fighters that were champions.
Quiroz was a good strong boxer. One thing that I saw in with the Canelo in the beginning fights, you had a boxer from San Antonio come out, but I was trying to think of his name. He won the title, and
It was a youngster.
it was 1920, yeah, 1920.
Yeah.
But I don't remember who he was.
I don't remember either, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was a good boxer.
Yeah,
Fernandez, no?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good boxer. Let's talk about boxing, old boxers. Who was your favorite old boxer when you were growing up?
Muhammad Ali, that was my favorite boxer of all time. Muhammad Ali was my favorite boxer. Yeah, that was my favorite boxer, Muhammad Ali. I mean, no one can be like him. I mean,
Really? You
no
like
one-
Muhammad Ali?
Yeah,
Muhammad Ali was good.
That was my favorite boxer. Yeah, that was my favorite boxer, Muhammad Ali.
And to me, my favorite boxer, I have three. I'll bring it to three. One was Willie Pep, way back in
Black
history.
dude?
No. It was in Italian.
Oh, Italian.
And
Willie Peps?
Willie Pep, yeah, Willie Pep. To me was the best. Rocky Marciano.
Rocky was okay.
And in today's world, I would say Mayweather. Why? Because Mayweather is the best. Nobody's been undefeated. And even though people say no, he did what he did. He went out there and outboxed every single one of them. People say no, he ran. No, he outboxed them. And that's what boxing is. You have fighters, boxers, and sluggers. And he's a boxer.
I never liked him.
You know what I mean? But
I
to
never
me,
liked him because
51 and 0.
The more he started winning, the more controversy caused on the sports. Because the more he won, the more powerful he got, and the more things he put. Like he would fight somebody, and he would put stipulations, a lot of stipulations on that person, where he would have the advantage of it, and that's why I didn't like about it.
No, you're absolutely correct.
Yeah, like when he fought Canelo, he made Canelo lose weight at the very moment. He made him lose 5 pounds, knowing that when a Mexican loses a lot of weight, he gets weak. So when Canelo came to the fight, he was already real weak, so he had the advantage already. Now when we fought, where was it, a Philippine Pacquiao, the same thing. He studies the guy and knows how he could take advantage of it. He said he wanted to pull the blood from this and that, do this and that, where the Philippines get weaker and this and that. You know, he's a tricky fighter.
But
You know,
but
that's-
he's, that's
that's
what makes
wrong.
it.
I mean, you
That's
gotta do
what
it like you gotta do it like the old times. They just fight, and do the weight and everything, and don't take out speculation like now Canelo is doing the same thing. Look what he did to Jacobs. Why did you say he can lose? He can gain over 10 pounds. You know, all those stipulations are wrong. You know, they're wrong.
No, you're right. You're right.
They're wrong. You know, you're already getting an advantage over the other person.
And you're absolutely correct. But again, you know, he is 51 and 0. 51 and 0. Then you got, then I would say Rocky Marciano. Then you have Willie Pep. You know, Willie Pep won 223.
200.
Then he lost a couple. We can't forget Julio Cesar Chavez.
Oh yeah, that's ours. Yeah.
We can't forget Orlando Canizales from here. You know, these are great boxers.
Yeah.
These are great boxers. But you know what? I'm happy that you're involved in boxing. I'm happy that you're out there teaching, because that's what we need to do.
Yeah.
And let's give an applause to Mandy out there. Keep on going, Mandy. We'll be touching base.
Don't give up, Mandy. Keep up.
We'll be touching base with you later on today.
Yeah.
And we'll get together. We'll do it again.
Yeah, we'll do it again. Yeah.
Folks, remember, if you want to go out and box, go to a boxing school, a boxing gym. There's too many Johnny B. Gooders right now, Johnny Come Latelys, you know, teaching at health and fitness that they don't even know how to box a pizza, and yet alone teach people how to box.
That's right.
And go to the places that actually box, the boxing stables. There's plenty of them all over Laredo.
Gloves Off is always on point. On point. Bringing you the best on current issues, community affairs, and the happenings around us. This segment of Gloves Off is brought to you by the best, so pay them a visit. Check them out. This is Gloves Off.